save your Roland P-6 projects without having to restore and turn your device back on and back off and all of that other stuff. If you have a DAW, I happen to use Ableton, but whatever DAW you use, I just want to show you how to save your stuff without even having to go through that. You can just simply route your projects into Ableton and then save it that way. I got this little beat here that I'm going to, little test beat that I'm going to drop into Ableton just to show you how simple and easy this is. You have to make sure that everything is routed correctly. So we go into the preferences here, and you can see here I have my audio input device as the P6. As the output device, I'm using Black Hole. And that's because I'm not using an interface. I'm not using the Apollo or the Volt or any of those interfaces that you use. I'm not using that. So I'm going to have my output as Black Hole. If you don't know about Black Hole, just Google it. There's tons of videos out there on Black Hole. Now let's go to the MIDI tab. In the MIDI tab, I have the P6 MIDI out sync checked, and I have the P6 MIDI in checked. So that's just going to give us the power and control. So if I press play on Ableton, you'll see the 4 dashes across the screen, lets you know that it's externally being controlled. And then also, if you hit external, then you can control Ableton from the P6. I stop the P6, and you see Ableton is now being controlled from here. But let's keep things simple. Just uncheck that external. We're going to control it with Ableton because Ableton is going to give you those blank bars in the beginning. So that way at the end, everything is lined up. So it's always better to just use Ableton. That's what I use. But if you ever wanted to control it the other way for whatever reason, then that's how you do it. You click the external tab and then you can control it from the P6. So here I already have it labeled. I have my kick here, snare, hi-hat, and the bass. It's 4 sounds, real simple. So we're going to go back over to the P6 and I'm going to mute this bass sound. I'm just going to take the kick first. So let's stop it. Let's go into Ableton, hit record. And now it's taking the kick. That's enough. Let's go to the next track. Let's mute this kick, and we're going to unmute the snare, and we're going to do the same thing. Let's just make sure. Yep, the snare is there. We're going to hit record on Ableton. And now it's taking the snare. That's good enough. Let's go to the next track, hit record. Let's mute that snare. Now we're going to get the hi-hat. And now it's taking the hi-hat. And that's good enough. Let's mute that hi-hat so we don't forget, and unmute the bass because we're about to get that. Now we're going to hit record in Ableton, and it's going to snatch the bass. And there's the bass right there. That's enough. So we got everything recorded now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to check to make sure everything is lined up. It's never perfect. There's always going to be some latency. There's always a little off or a little on, whatever it is. But once you get into the DAW, it's so much easier to correct things and fix things that you don't even have to worry about that. You just line it on up. But sometimes things do line up perfectly. So let's check. And let's loop this up. So listen, if you have a DAW, the best way to save your projects, or another way to save your projects, is to just dump it into the DAW, save your project the DAW way, how you save it in your DAW, and just store it on your hard drive on your desktop until you're ready to go back to it. That way you don't have to go through the process of saving and restoring your P6. I hope this helped. As usual, if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments. If you have anything to add on, maybe I forgot something, maybe I got something wrong, don't be afraid to add it in the comments. That way we can help the next person that comes behind us. Until the next time, guys, keep doing your thing, and I'm gonna catch you in the next video. Take care.
is true.